Okay, hello, hello, hello. Let me flip the camera around a moment. Hello, it's John. Yay! Let me drive you. I'm in the beautiful town of Haddington in East Lothian, Scotland, and I'm quite close to the place, the Naked Revive Wellbeing Centre, where Natasha, Rocha, and I have just run our very first quantum energy healings and clearings and reading session. We did it to 12 beautiful souls, and it was just incredible. I don't really know what to say. It was quite overwhelmingly beautiful. The space itself, if you've not seen some of the videos, it's a really beautiful space that's been created. A really luxury spa feel to the place, and they offer such an inclusive and diverse, wide range of services there that it just feels like, there's nothing. It feels very down to earth, very exciting, very healing, very loving. Anyway, that's the venue. And also the one of the co-owners, Ria, had very kindly bought me, or bought for the Wellbeing Centre 12 really lovely chairs. So we had 12 people invited, plus Natasha and I in the yoga room today. So that was just really beautiful to experience. And I was really coming out of my hermit shell, and doing this in person was just phenomenal. Of course I was nervous, but I was more excited than nervous, and these brake lights are lighting my face. And so we turned up at 3 p.m. and we were pretty early, but I was glad that we were early, because loads of people turned up early. They turned up, I think the earliest turned up 20 minutes early or something. And so we'd already set up the space. We created a circle of chairs. The view is more interesting than me. A circle of chairs, which is really beautiful, and the chairs themselves were pretty comfy, and the room was very warm and cozy, and it felt very safe. And just before we started, Natasha and I were chatting, and we felt that there was definitely this energy of this message coming through, that we're here to physically bring people together so that they can be in a position where they're doing their healing from past lives, especially related to the witches and healers and druids and oracles and all kinds of names that we would have in past lives in the area. So that was just really stunning and really beautiful to experience. And we set up a safe space as always, or I set up as always, and then we went into doing individual readings for people and healings, and that was just really lovely. I felt that people, there's this, I'd say the themes were very strong, and in almost everyone. Themes included, how do they develop their own practice, how some of them did no meditation, some did a little, how and where do they get started, how do they work with spirit guides, how do you connect with them, how do you talk with them, and then how do you continue to develop that over time and start to change your life, for the better. And many people felt like there was a calling from a past life, that there's some ability that they had. Some people work with the sea, some with trees, some with the sky, some with healing, some with being able to sit with people and talk with them. and share incredible love. Others brought wisdom from other galactic races. Frankly speaking, being in that safe space in the room, and there was a very wide age range. I would say some people, I'm not very good at telling the ages of younger people, but certainly in their 20s, and then through to probably 60s, 70s, and people my age too. That felt really good. Like, it felt to have a real, breadth of diversity. And there was a guy there as well, so that's good. It's great to have, at least one person there that's same gender as me. And yeah, all these incredible, abilities that people have. I felt many of them, first of all, many of them had been hiding like I had. I'd only decided to come out when, I organised this event, and I was hiding, right? And I was like, and the guides are like, John, you've got to do an in-person event. And it's funny because I knew there was lots of reasons as to why I wasn't getting clients in the first couple of days at the Wellbeing Centre. And it was because literally the message was I had to focus my energy on creating that event. And I remember spending most of the day like figuring out how to set up my website, creating flyers, getting flyers printed. Like, it was a lot to do from scratch in one day. But the format itself is very much working on the same format that I do in the live streams. So when Natasha and I turned up, we basically had that discussion. It was like, yeah, let's do the same format we've done before, and then we would do, we would go first or take it in turns as people asked for readings, clearings, whatever they would like. And yeah, it was a real honour to help people. One of my customers, Kirsty, there was two Kirstys, who were both in my membership group, and they were saying, "Oh, could you do this weekly? Could you do this in person?" And that would be a lot of fun. And maybe I can hire the room for at least one of the sessions where we do it in person, perhaps with at least one of the people that are there. But yeah, I love the idea. And she was also saying, like, what about classes? I mean, when your customers say these things, right, you have to pay attention. It's like the universe through a different voice saying to you, hey, like, I'm asking you to do this. And there's a lot of conversation as well about when you're meditating, like, how do you know if something is intuition, if it's true or not when it comes through. And that was really beautiful. Natasha and I got to share our experiences about what that's like. For me, it was like I'd ask a question about how to see my guide, and I'd see something visual, and they'd turn up colours and like donut shapes, and then when I shifted that to saying I wanted to ask for messages, that's when I'd start to hear more, and then I could channel it and turn into songs. And I really love that. Like, when you first start, you're not really sure what to ask for, and so you end up getting, like, when you don't have a clear question, you don't get the answer you're expecting. And even when you do have a clear question, you have to be really open to receiving the answer in lots of different beautiful ways. And so I'd get like sensations, and maybe a tickle on my leg, I'd hear or feel something next to me. It was phenomenal. What I really loved was this experience of being able to bring people physically together. And I think, what is it taking me? Like, door to door, it'll be 4 hours. But in future, I don't think I'd spend quite as long there. Maybe turn up half an hour early. I mean, turning up 30 minutes early to a 2-hour session, and then 30 minutes to tidy up. Yeah, she's probably doing 3 hours. I just think there's my energetic finance accountant, energetic accountant thinking about it. But it's really worth. I mean, I'm not even like considering the money. It's just like it was so powerful. And what was quite funny was there was really an appetite for people to come back more than just rather than just come at the 27th of October, which is over a month away. I guess that's 5 weeks. I never really thought of that. Is it the 27th? Oh, I'm getting confused now. Anyway, yeah, it was really lovely that they wanted to come together physically more often. So that was cool. So yeah, back to John. I felt like it was a really beautiful experience. My hand's going. That Natasha was amazing. Like, she was just on fire. Like, her readings were super clear. A couple of the people are like regular clients for me, and so I know them and their energy well. And Natasha's readings were just fantastic. Like, even though she didn't know much about them, consciously she was picking up so much so fast, and I really enjoyed just. I love working with Natasha. We work very well together, and what I love about the balance as well, like the masculine and feminine energy, is really, lovely and nurturing to have. And yeah, I think what was also fascinating about the group was that some people are harder to read than others, and I think some of it's fear, right? When people are scared and they're sat in a room of strangers for the first time, and they're most people didn't know each other, but I'm not sure any of the people knew each other, but most of them would come in pairs. That was just really powerful, really, really beautiful. And everyone was very chatty, and it was amazing, right? Just at the start of it, we're all strangers, and at the end, everyone was very connected and loved chatting with each other. And I saw that some people were chatting outside as well. They were chatting with each other. It's like, oh, it's so lovely to see. So yeah, that's me. I am looking forward to it again. I'll definitely think about whether I could do another session in person. The rental was like £40 for the place. And the flyers that I printed were almost the same. And so I also need to cover plus my fuel to drive out there, and obviously my time and energy. As long as I could cover my costs, it'd be a fantastic way, a bit like I do the YouTube stuff, where I'm really just doing it for free or for optional donations. It's just amazing to connect with people, and it was amazing to sell out the first one. I mean, if you build it, they will come, right? And I really love that. It's really exciting. So yeah, I will definitely do more of this in-person stuff. It's helping me get used to this, and really helps me be myself. It's really funny describing myself as healer, reflexologist, all these, psychic, all these things, and just seeing it as my job now. And when something new like this, an opportunity comes along, you explore it, and it's a yes, and you go, yes, you need to do these things in person. I'm like, whoa, I need to do these in person. I need to figure out in my business how I do more of these things. And so it's like every time it feels like someone's giving you a job, so you're getting a new job to do, and you get to explore it and try it out and see what works and see what your clients like. And yeah, I love that. Like, it's a real moment of getting used to being uncomfortable. And of course I was uncomfortable, sat there in person doing sessions, but it was just so magical. And I'm hoping I'll get like just 10 or 15 minutes time to send an email to everyone after the session and just say thank you so much, and to do it again. I'm really excited. Anywho, this is me pulling up at home. We're just coming up to the Dunbar roundabout. And speaking of email stuff, I'm going to prepare for the final week of the Higher Self Intermediate training, and really excited to really excited to thank this beautiful class and to help them continue to help them on their journeys. And yeah, it's just an honor. So that's me signing out. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing these magical moments with you. I really love doing these vlogs because it helps the time just flash by, and I hope that also my journey helps inspire you on your journey, whatever you decide in your life, whatever you do. It's really important, right? Like to face the things that you want to do. Sometimes it's scary. That was another theme, in today's group session, that people are scared of leaving their jobs or changing the things they do, and it's really important to. So yeah, excited to do more of this and to help people. It's so easy to underestimate these things, right? Like, one of my growth areas is really valuing the value of the lessons that I've learned in the bold moves, through the bold moves that I've taken, including leaving my corporate job. And so many people want to do it, and it's just such a gift to be able to do it, to both leave my job and then also to be able to help others. Anyway, if you can't tell, I'm a little bit discombobulated, so I need a bit of a rest, and looking forward to my training session and then some more client sessions tomorrow. And Tuesday I have off. I'll be fixing my camper van and its roof leak. So yeah, speaking of camper vans, I'm just about to pass one. We'll say hello to it as we pass by. Looks a little bit like this one, but bigger. Oh no, it's a Glen Valley. It looks like a coach, actually. Anyway, take care, sending love.